Hello, folks. Welcome to part 20 of Learning Rust series. This is part of my 100 days of Rust, and I'm on day 9. And the last exercise that we looked at was primitive types 2. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this I'm not done to see what's the next exercise. Okay, so we have primitive types 3. Looks like we are expecting an expression. There's no error code and all, so we just have to understand the error just from here. Expected expression found question mark. Okay. This is on line 8, column 13. So let's go ahead and open that up, close this. So create an array with at least 100 elements in it where the triple question mark is. Execute Rustling's hint are used to, okay, so how do you define arrays? Interesting. Wait, I have a guess over here. I can't do, okay, with at least 100 elements, huh? Can I do this? Okay, cannot infer the type. Okay. So type annotation need interesting. So now I tried this out and it says unknown and then the length is 0. I think this is the length. Um, interesting. Let's go check out what this thing means, right? Rassi explain this. Let's put cat. And the compiler could not infer a type and asked for a type annotation. Okay, yeah, I think we have read this before in a previous exercise. So basically it couldn't infer the type. So how about we do this, like maybe put 1. Can it infer the type saying some integer or whatever? Yep, may I eat arrays like that for breakfast? Okay, it's very small. Such as integer 32-bit, basically signed integer, right? And it's size 1. So if I say, I mean, you can also see, hover over here and you can see like, can I hover over this first bracket? It says the same thing as what you see here, right? The second bracket, it just, I mean, I'm not able to hover over the second bracket. I can hover over the 1, and then the first bracket says this. Can I leave some spaces and then try out on hovering over this? Yep. Hovering over the brackets basically gives you the arrays type. What if I give 2 over here? The length becomes 2, and hovering over the brackets shows me the same thing. And if I say minus, cool, yeah, it's still like signed integer only. But can I say unsigned 32? Then this will become unsigned 32. Can I have a mix of signed and unsigned? Okay, yep, there's an error. So it says mismatch types expected unsigned 32 but found signed 32 bit, right? So we can't have a mix. Here it infers the type, I believe, unsigned 32. So I give the type for one of them. It's assumed that it's the type for all of them because this is like a what do you say, homogeneous array, not a heterogeneous array. Homogeneous types, all the types are the same and equal. So define the type for one, you define the type for the whole array, and you infer the type for this, basically the array variable. Or can you do a type annotation over here? Wait. Can you do a type annotation like this, saying I no say U32, right? Can I do that? Mismatch types, expected slice, U32 found array. Okay. Okay, so similar to Golang, I think there's a concept of slice versus arrays. And then the size of the size for values of type cannot be known at compilation time. Okay. Okay, help. The trait size is not implemented. Okay, so looks like it wants to know the size of for the value of this type, and since it can't be known at compile time, the compilation time, it is looking for a method like trait size not being implemented. Basically, I think it has some set of methods or method. All local variables have a statically known size. Unsized locals are gated as an unstable feature. Okay, looks like we can use unstable features. like Rust compiler and an unstable features, but unsized locals are geared as an unstable feature and like cool. So we can check this out once. Rust C explain, oops, explain cat. Let's see what it says. So you try to use a type which doesn't implement some trait in a place which expected that trait. Erroneous code example trait foo. You now declare a function which takes an object implementing the foo trait, and then we now call the method the integer like signed integer 30-bit type, which doesn't implement the foo trait. The trait bound either do foo is not satisfied. In order to fix this error, verify that the type you're using does implement the trait. So trait foo, we implement the trait on 30-bit signed integer, implement foo for this type, and then you can go ahead and do this. Cool. So our generic context and errors kind of look like this. Trait is not implemented for the type T. So you have to do implement. Wait one moment. Note that the errors here is in the definition of the generic function. Although we only call it with a parameter that does implement debug. Okay. So apparently integer 30-bit, like signed integer 30-bit does implement debug. The compiler still rejects the function. Call the method there, which does implement the debug trait. Okay. I think we have read this thing before. Anyways, it must work with all possible input types. In order to make this example compile, we will need to restrict the generic type we are expecting. Okay, so we will have to go ahead and say that this implements this. What do you say? Wait one moment. Debug type basically. Yeah, you should say foo and then like basically T and then colon debug, I guess. T colon FMT debug. Basically, debug is part of the FMT module, I guess, or package, something like that. This would fail to compile now struct without debug. Yeah. That's only looks at the signature of the called function as such. It must already specify all requirements that will be used for every type parameter. Okay. Cool. So now with that, we can mention the size over here. Let's say if I mention the size as 3, does it give me an error? You have mismatched types. So expected an array with a fixed size of 3 elements, found one with 2 elements. Okay. Can I do underscore? Can it infer the size as 2? So using for array length is unstable. See issue. Okay. For more information in expressions, underscore can only be used on the left hand side of the assignment. An assignment. Okay. Interesting. So there is some unstable feature apparently for this. So an unstable feature was used. Use of unstable library feature, REPR. I don't know what's REPR. If you're using a stable or beta version of Rust C, you won't be able to use any unstable features. In order to do so, please switch to a nightly version of Rust C by using Rust Up. If you're using nightly version of Rust C, just add the corresponding feature to be able to use it. So you have to say feature and then like this is all cool. Awesome. So I think Rust Up has this thing wherein you can check, wait a moment, which binary will be run for a given command, which show the active and installed. Okay, active, basically stable, and then target modifier target component. Okay, let's see component. I think you can list down the components. Yes, installed and available components. So here you can see actually the nightly one, I think. Nightly, interesting, it's not there. Okay. So, okay, I think we'll just have to install it on our own in case we want to do that. What else? Cool. So now check for updates to Rust toolchains and Rust up. Rust up check. Just a moment, we'll check if they have anything. Cool. So now I'm gonna go ahead and like remove this underscore and put say 2, and this should just work. Awesome, it works. Man, I eat arrays like that for breakfast. So how do you give 100 elements? Like Say, can you give 3 and say 1 dot 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 3? Can you do that? Expected unexpected token dot dot dot. Okay, use dot dot for an exclusive range or dot dot equal to for an inclusive range. Yeah, so I remember looking at this somewhere, like I think in a previous exercise we noticed this, like where we had an inclusive range dot dot equal to for an inclusive range, expected user to found range inclusive. Okay, interesting. Can I infer the type underscore on the left hand side? Nope. Expected an array with a fixed size of 3, found one with element 1. Sorry, with one element. Okay, interesting. So this is like a range of things. Can I say dot and then say creates own data from borrowed data, classify, cost, divide, exponential function, into is finite. Okay. Can I expand it? I'm not sure, huh? To int unchecked. Interesting. So how do I convert a range expected? Okay. So to range inclusive, huh? What's this range inclusive thing? B dot. What's this range inclusive? I don't know. Okay, so can I? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, we have concat. Interesting. We have split. Oh yeah, returns an iterator over subslices separated by elements that match predict predict predecessor, or I don't know what. Okay, so we have slice and then dot split and then 3. If the first element is matched, an empty slice will be the first item. Okay. First item slice is matched. Okay. The size will be present between them. I'm not able to grasp this entirely. Like, and it says devise one mutable array reference into two at an index. Okay. Split it. Okay. Split it. Yeah. Split first. Inclusive returns an iterator or surfaces. Interesting. Split lines. Split mutation. Hmm. So this is not. This is okay. So here you will remove this. So it will be true. It will get removed. So it will be removed. So 10, 40, and then interesting. Okay. So what they mean is the first element for which this is true, right? There it will be split. So basically, if the first element is matched, an empty slice will be the first item returned by the iterator. Similarly, if the last item will be an empty size will be the last item returned by the iterator. Interesting. So, what do we have here? Into iterator creates an iterator from a value. So we have mutation into iterator, iterated on next, some 1, some 2, some 3. Okay. Interesting. Align 2 as chunks. I think 2 iterator might be a good idea. I don't know, but what does it return though? And it returns an iterator. Can it become an array? I don't know. We're looking for an array. Okay, maybe we don't have to look for an array. You can just use an iterator and say this. Awesome. Iterator range inclusive. Okay. Can I do 100? Is greater than or equal to? Okay, it's weird. No, it doesn't come up. Range inclusive. Into iterator. Consume iterator that is once each value out of the array. Ah, okay. Wait. Only when you do next it will remove, right? The array cannot be used after calling this unless the influence copies. The whole array is copied. Arrays have special behavior when calling prior to. Okay. This is a range inclusive either to 1. Oh, this is just a size of this thing is just 1, I think. Range inclusive. Okay. Range bounded inclusively below and above. Okay. Start to end. Contains all the values. It's x greater than equal and it is empty unless start is less than equal to. Okay. The address used with the serial values as after the iteration as finished are unspecified, other than that it will return true once more. Okay. Start dot equal to end range inclusive. Ah, you can do dot dot, huh? Array dot dot. Hmm. Is the whole thing. Nice. So, that's what I tried to do here. Just wondering what went wrong here though. Should I put like space over here? Oops. Interesting. Okay, should I try a hint? Maybe say hint. There's a shorthand to initialize arrays with a certain size that does not require you to type the 100. Oh, okay. They're basically saying you don't have to type. You can just say 100. And let's see what it says here. So it says some expected expression, expected R, bracket, semicolon. Okay. 0 and then this. So now you have 100 items and that's a big array. If you have 99 items, basically you're just mentioning the size but not mentioning the whole thing. And can you say underscore? Yep, you can say that. It's just type unknown and then you can say 101. Awesome. It's not allowed here. Wait. 99. Oh, this is not allowed here. So I'll have to mention the type because the type inference is not working out. So cool. Can I mention any number? Probably just the first number and not other numbers. Yep. Cool. So what else can I do here? Hmm. Dot align to and all that. Okay. Cool. So I think that's all I had for this video. Let me just type the hint and check out more on this. Hint. But you certainly can if you want. You can type about 100 items. For example, you can do are we there yet? Semicolon 10 bonus. What are some other things that you could have done? And it would return true for A. Okay. Interesting. What other things can I do? Is there a new keyword? I'll know. Iterator. So let's go ahead and I mean, I'm wondering if I want to try the bonus now, but I'm guessing we could try out stuff like iterator and whatnot, but I'm not sure. But that would be an interesting thing to try out. But for this video, that's all I guess. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.